We live in a world that's basically all digital smoke and mirrors. We see these polished resumes, perfectly curated online profiles, and it's never been easier to project this flawless image. But what happens when that image, well, just isn't real? Today, we're going to dive into why finding the verified truth has become one of the most critical challenges of our time.
So that brings us to the big question, right? With a flood of information coming at you, how do you actually find what's true? Especially where a huge decision hangs in the balance. Relying on just what you see on the surface, it's like trying to navigate a minefield blindfolded. The real question is, how do you find that solid ground you need to move forward with confidence?
And this leads us to something I find fascinating, but also pretty dangerous: the modern trust paradox. It's a huge challenge that really impacts every major decision you make, both in our professional and our personal lives.
I mean, think about it. You see a slick LinkedIn profile, glowing recommendations, a perfect social media feed, and our brains are just wired to go, yep, that looks legit. But that's exactly where the paradox kicks in. In an age of deepfakes and easy digital manipulation, that gut feeling, that initial trust, can actually be our biggest weakness.
And listen, we're not talking about small slip-ups here. We are talking about the massive, life-altering moments, like hiring a new executive who's going to shape your company's entire future, or investing your life savings with a new business partner, or even choosing the person you're going to marry. In these situations, the cost of getting it wrong is just immense, financially and emotionally. So, what are the actual real-world consequences of falling for this paradox? Let's get into the often hidden and, frankly, incredibly high cost of deception. The truth is kind of startling. Modern fraud isn't some guy with a poorly photoshopped ID anymore. Oh no. It's a whole complex web of fake websites, perfectly fabricated documents, and carefully built online personas. It's all designed to fool even the most careful person. The deception is often hiding exactly where you'd least expect to find it. And in a place like India, these risks are just skyrocketing. Just imagine a candidate with a flawless resume that turns out to be completely made up, or a university degree that looks perfect but is actually a high-tech forgery. And these aren't just what-ifs, they're happening every single day. The ripple effect of just one bad decision can be devastating, from a toxic hire poisoning an entire team's culture to a fraudulent partner literally draining a company's bank account. Let me show you a real-world example of how this all plays out. So, a US insurance company gets a pretty hefty medical claim from a client's trip to Punjab, India. On the surface, everything seems totally legit, but a few little details just don't quite add up. So a team on the ground in India starts a very discreet investigation, and what they find is shocking. The pharmacy that supposedly filled the prescription, it was a ghost. It never even existed. With that concrete proof in hand, the fraudulent claim was denied, saving the company a small fortune. Okay, so how do you even begin to fight back against such sophisticated deception? Well, the answer is in a proactive, systematic approach that goes way beyond a simple Google search. This is where background verification comes in. But what does that really mean? Look, it's not about being suspicious. It's about being smart. It's a methodical, step-by-step process of confirming that someone is who they claim to be and has actually done what they claim to have done. It's all about replacing that nagging feeling of, gosh, I hope this is right, with the rock-solid confidence of, I know this is right. A proper, thorough verification is like a deep dive investigation. It means confirming national identity documents, like India's Aadhaar biometric ID or PAN tax cards, to make sure the person is even real. It means physically verifying addresses, meticulously cross-checking every educational and employment claim, and doing comprehensive criminal record searches. It's a full 360-degree view that leaves absolutely no stone unturned. Now, you might be thinking, can't I just do this myself? And, for simple checks, maybe. But when you're up against professional deception, you need a professional defense. This is where that specialized expertise becomes completely invaluable. So what does that expertise actually look like? Let's use authentic investigation as an example. It was founded way back in 2000 by a veteran of India's elite Central Bureau of Investigation, the CBI. The whole firm is built on this foundation of real-world, in-the-trenches investigative knowledge. We're talking a founder with over 4 decades of personal experience. That's a level of insight you just can't replicate. And that experience, it translates directly into results. As one client,
acclaimed surveyor named Mr. Gupta put it, their swift and precise investigation provided a direct benefit to his business. And that's the real-world impact right there, applying that deep expertise to solve these complex problems. So what makes this approach so powerful? It's this awesome fusion of old-school detective work and new-school technology. On one hand, you've got the irreplaceable human intuition of seasoned investigators doing fieldwork. On the other hand, you have the raw power of advanced data analytics and digital forensics to follow that trail of breadcrumbs everyone leaves online. It's this blend of human insight and tech that really uncovers the truth.
Ultimately, the goal here is simple, but it's also profound. It's about replacing that paralyzing uncertainty with the clarity and the confidence you need to actually make a move. For a firm like this, it's about so much more than just finding facts. It's a commitment to integrity, making sure the whole process is ethical and fair. It's an obsession with precision because they know the smallest details can have the biggest consequences. And it's about complete confidentiality, so you can seek out the truth with total peace of mind. It all boils down to giving you the power to make the right call. So this brings us to a fundamental shift in how we really should approach these big decisions. Trust, it's a powerful human emotion, but it's an assumption. It's vulnerable. Verification, on the other hand, is a process. It's built on facts, not feelings. It protects you. And like they say, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, and it's usually a whole lot cheaper too. So as we start to wrap up, I just want to leave you with a question. What's the one uncertainty in your life or your business right now that's keeping you from moving forward? What's that one piece of the puzzle you need to find so you can act with absolute confidence? Before you make your next big move, whether it's a new hire, a major investment, or a huge personal commitment, just pause. Consider the power of verification. And if you need help navigating that process, think about reaching out to experts like Authentic Investigation. Because, look, in a world that's full of questions, having the right information can make all the difference. Seek the truth, find your clarity, and get to your resolution.